Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Alex with NBC 11 Alive. Team 1-1, born to compete. I got one of the hottest names in the country right now at the quarterback position for the 2019 class. I've known for a long time. Zach Calzada from Lanier. How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
All right, now we were talking off camera about you playing Madden, right?
Yes, sir.
And you told, who would you get again?
The Steelers.
The Steelers. So you feel Big Ben and everybody like
Yes,
that can
sir.
win you some ball games.
Yes, sir.
And you feel that you said, you said privately you can beat me. Do you believe you can say that publicly?
I do.
You feel like you can beat
Yes,
me?
sir.
What would the score be?
35-7.
35-7?
Maybe 35-3.
35-3. See, I feel it would be that way for me in the first quarter. A straight blowout. Anyway, let's not talk about that because, we're going to go back and forth on that. I'll meet you online somewhere. But let's talk about last year, right? You had a good year. Some
sir.
things happened for you. You tell me about it.
Yes, sir. So we had a pretty good season with our team. We went 6-5, went to
Yeah.
the first round of the playoffs. So, going into the off season, we were really just focused on getting better for the next season.
Yeah.
Not really having recruiting in the back of my mind or in my mind really. And then things just kind of started to happen.
Yeah.
January, I got my first offer from Lehigh and Georgia State, kind
I
of back
remember
to
that.
back.
Yeah.
And those were kind of what took things off a little bit. Started getting a lot of mid-major FCS traction.
Yeah.
And then spring rolled around, and when the coaches had the opportunity to come see me throw live, NC State ended up being my first Power 5 offer, and then
Yeah.
things just shot up from there.
Yeah. You know what? And you had a whirlwind of a spring, right?
Yes, sir.
So a lot of offers start coming in, and then all of a sudden you make Cam 7-on-17.
Yes, sir.
What in the world is it like playing with him? Because we've been around for a long time doing the 7-on-7, and he's very demanding on his quarterbacks.
Yes.
You tell me about it.
It's really cool at first, just
Yeah.
the fact that it's Cam Newton, it's pretty
Absolutely.
cool.
Yeah.
And then you kind of get used to it and realize that just like any other coach, he wants what's best for you and he's going to push you.
Yeah.
And so the biggest thing is putting the name to the side when you're on the field and just playing 7-on-7, whether it's for Cam Newton or for somebody else. And so getting to develop under him was really cool, and I think it was a really good experience for me.
What do you think you'll take most from the situation?
From that situation, he taught me a lot about reading the field. So a lot of progressions, reading coverages, pure progression reads. A lot of what he taught me was going through reads and how to use your footwork and have your feet match your eyes and things of that nature.
Absolutely. That was his big thing. I know when he had Deshaun Watson, his main thing was the eyes. The eyes and how you look at your safeties. You know what I'm saying? That was really his big thing. Now, come a little superstar. Okay? Everybody knows your name. How you been handling it?
I think I've been handling it pretty well.
Yeah.
And I've talked to my coach a lot about this, just keeping my head on my shoulders and staying the course, because at the end of the day, the biggest thing that matters as of right now is going and winning a championship for our team. So that's what we're focused on right now. The commitment was really big for me to kind of get recruiting out of the way.
Yes.
I'm not taking any more trips to any other schools.
So you're done?
So I'm
Shutting it
done.
down?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And so now that's my focus for the rest of this summer is just making our team as good as we can be.
Let's talk about it. Texas A&M,
Yes, sir.
Coach Jimbo.
Yes, sir.
You're his guy. You go to a new school. He goes to a new school. And you're the guy he brings in at the quarterback position. What made you want to go?
There was a lot of things that played into it. They ended up being one of my later offers. Their DB coach, Coach Mo, stopped by our school. I think it was actually after spring, just to kind of meet me and stop by. And then Coach Dickey came down about a week later and watched me throw. And he was the one that initially offered me, telling me it was going to be contingent on Coach Fisher seeing me throw.
Absolutely.
So that was a trip that I made. It was really important to me. So I got up there, threw for Coach Fisher, and he was all about it. So told me that if I wanted to come, I could come. I could commit.
Yeah.
And that was really what the next couple of days was about: getting to see the campus, meet the players, because at the end of the day, it's a top football team in the nation, top coaches, top talent. So that wasn't a problem for me. And the biggest thing that I had to take away from the next couple of days from my visit was, without football, could I see myself at the university? And so I fell in love with it. About 3 or 4 days after my visit, I called my dad at 10 o'clock and told him I wanted to commit to A&M.
Yeah.
you know, my mom wanted to be a big part of the process, so she wanted to see the campus. So we ended up flying out at 6 a.m. the next morning.
Okay.
Actually surprised Coach Fisher. So I had talked to Coach Dickey, but Coach Fisher.
He was absolutely in shock.
Yes, sir.
Like, okay, good.
Yeah, he seemed really excited about it. So my mom got to see everything and ended up committing at the end of the day.
Look, we know you had a couple things you had to improve on, right?
Yes, sir.
And really, here's the crazy thing. It was just a size thing.
Right.
You know, from a couple of years ago. You grew.
Yes, sir.
Now, you know, you're able to fit the ball where you want to fit it. The
Right.
strength obviously comes, you know, where you're able to make, you know, the throws that you need to make. You're going to a new year.
Yes, sir.
A lot is on you, a lot of eyes on you. Now defenses are truly preparing for you. What are we going to see out of your team and yourself this year?
I think this is going to be a really big season for us. We have a couple guys coming back that have some experience. We have a lot of new guys. Our O-line is fairly new for first-year starters, so it's been a big summer for them so far, seeing the improvement from our spring game to OTAs at Parkview today.
Okay.
There's definitely been a lot of improvement. I think that's going to keep improving. And, you know, I think just the learning experience from last season, that a lot of things that I took away, a lot of pre-snap, post-snap reads, just how to handle different situations. And I think it should be a really big year for us.
We expect a big year out of him this year. Make sure you check him out, man. And for the best in high school sports coverage, Friday nights, Team 1-1, Jeff Hullinger and the crew. Of course, us, born to compete. Zach Calzada, one of the best in the country. Take care, guys.